We continue on today's edition of The Business with reports from Nigeria's power sector, where the newly appointed chairman of the Electricity Commission is promising reliable power supply. The report by 234next, however, does not put a timeline to the achievement of this goal. According to the report, the NERC boss, Sam Amadi, intends to transform the agency into a world-class power sector regulator. And still on the power sector, media reports say Ekiti State is planning to establish an independent power plant to boost its local electricity consumption. According to a report by The Punch, the governor says the move is part of his administration's commitment to provide a conducive investment environment for the people of the state. And still in a related development on electric power, one man seems to vary from the opinion that suggests that electric power is a major obstacle in the development of the nation's manufacturing sector. He's the president of the Ondo State chapter of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria and the beneficiary of the recently instituted SME fund, which he referred to as an intervention. According to this man, Nigeria and Japan have one thing in common: people. But whilst Japan has over 160 cable manufacturing companies, Nigeria has just 13.
Do you know how many cable industries in Japan? 160 cable industries. Do you know how many in Nigeria? They are just 13. Can we cope with the demand of cable? It's impossible.
Trained in Japan, Umi came back to Nigeria to set up this company, Denkiwa and Cables. That was many years ago. Beyond the expensive equipment, the Nigerian cable manufacturing industry is totally dependent on importing its primary raw materials, copper and aluminum. His products have been certified by the Standards Organization of Nigeria, but he can't make them because of the high cost of raw materials.
Machines lying fallow there. Workers are not working. For us to run this industry in a month, I am import dependent. I am 95% import dependent. My two major raw materials are copper, aluminum, and PVC. So you now see that I have to import most of this raw material. For me to get a container of copper into this factory, I need about 35 million. And for the PVC to complement this material, we are talking of about 5 million. That's about 40 million.
Emmanuel is a beneficiary of the Ondo State and the Bank of Industry's SME fund. He warns against the misuse of the funds.
If you think it's free fund, you are joking. It's fund that you have to monitor meticulously and work hard with it so that you can actually show the world that the government means business. Now, more people in China may have soaked up the Christmas atmosphere this year in a country where Christians account for less than 2% of its population of 1.3 billion people. Christmas in China has become a day to shop and enjoy oneself, and for retailers and shop owners, that means boom time. Retailers and shop owners say they make as much as $15,000 a day in sales during the Christmas season. Reuters reports that authorities are encouraging holiday spending as part of Beijing's plans to increase domestic consumption as well as reduce reliance and exposure to the export sector. But economists say it could take years before this happens. Consumer spending accounts for less than half of China's GDP compared to over 2/3 for the US economy. And this is where we wrap up today's edition of The Business on NN24. Until our next edition, I'm Bimbo Awoyele. Thanks for watching.